All right, folks. I believe we are back. Had a little bit of a title change there on stream, but we should be back in business here. Thank you, and we will get into this game 2 shortly.
Yep,
Boot,
thank you
I
for
apologize for cutting you off. If you want to continue on your train of thought, if you remember something about
yeah, I got it. Yep. So, yeah, Oblock needs to make some major adjustments. That's clearly what they did, as what they were trying to do on that on map 1. Clearly, for lack of better terms, just did not work at all. They got completely steamrolled, and they need to reset their mentals and make some major adjustments and pick a map that they want to go on as once again they need to win this. They need to win this game here because they can still make it potentially if they lose this game, but they need a lot of things to go their way. And pretty much almost everything they need right. They basically need a lot. Once again, need a lot of things to happen, and if they want to move on. Mag, what do you think are some of the adjustments Oblock needs to make to their lineup and hero selections going into this next point? Mag?
I'm mainly looking at these stats right now, and I know people always say stats aren't everything, but to me, there's still something. And I mean, to be fair, I think the healing output was good. I don't think they should have ran White Fox, to be honest, because that just, White Fox in me is not like a true healer. She heals good, but she just seems like, like a fantastic, a tank in disguise. Because man, her ult she's very tanky, but doesn't do that much healing. And you know, I don't I don't really personally know the Widow swap. You know, I I'm gonna be fair. I don't know really the comp or their plan with the Widow swap, but the Deadpool swap was good. Trying to get space, and I do agree with the Dino play. I don't think they should be playing Dino personally, just because they have such good you know frontline defense that Dino can't really get in there, and his head's just a huge bullseye for Bucky and Luna and Mag, just a big bullseye. And I think they really should regroup together, reset their mentals, like you said, and try to figure out what they can do, because now that they've played, they kind of know what their comp's gonna be. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing probably would like to bring up as well is I've seen a couple teams do this, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They saved Mantis. They used their first save on Mantis, and then proceeded to never play it, which I could sometimes understand to just try and force like scare your team, but especially when you have Mantis available, I feel like you need to play. I feel like you need to play that hero. She is just way too good to where if you save her or if she is available in your lineup, nope, you pretty much need to play her. Even if you don't have a Star-Lord player, she can still do fine. She could still do fine with that team up. And I feel like that is one of the main things I do think they need to do. Gambit is going to be the first save for both teams, so the Cajun is not going to be in for either team. So we could potentially see probably going to see Mantis or Magneto saves here first, and it's looking to be a Magneto save from Panda. So Oblock still has the option to ban out the Venom if they want to from Splash, but judging by how we played on that last map, they probably know he's gonna want to stay on this Magneto, and they're gonna ban Wolverine second. First save is going to come in, and it is looking to be Magic for Stay. Stay is a very good Magic player. So you're probably, I think, is his best character. I'm not 200% sure on that. Someone correct me in chat if I'm wrong. And we are going to see them save it. Venom is looking to be the next ban for Panda. So CEO Popeyes is not going to be able to play that character, which I'm not 100% sure if it's fully going to be something that slows him down. As CEO Popeyes can play almost every Vanguard in the game at a very high level. He's extremely flexible. He can play Captain, like they still want to play Dive. He can play Captain America. And it is going to be Mantis from both teams here. So no Mantis. So the best two strategists in the game currently will not be available, and we're going to see Magneto saved for Oblock. So So Magneto will be in for both sides here, which just definitely makes sense. Magneto is very strong in this meta right now. And we're going to be going into the final ban for Panda. Currently waiting to see what that is going to be. I'm expecting probably another strategist, maybe a duelist, and yep, it is Invisible Woman. Man, so Breezum will not be able to play it here. So it's 3 strategists banned out of Panda, which for some people would say is a bit weird, but in the current metagame, a lot of strategists are very strong to where some teams will just straight up ban out 4 like all their bans will be on strategist, and for the most part that is usually just viable because there's just a lot of strong strategists in the game right now. Outside of Mantis and Gambit, you also have Loki. Adam Warlock is very strong with triple. Well, Rocket is sometimes a valuable ban, and the final ban is going to be Elsa Bloodstone for Panda, as we're now going to be seeing them go into what they're going to be playing here.
You know, I noticed that none of them banned Venom, but Splash is still sticking with that mag because, I mean, to be honest, he's just been an absolute monster on that mag, and Popeyes, you know, he's going to challenge them mag versus mag, so this is going to be a very interesting, you know, matchup going in here. I see that they have Namor to counter the dive for Magic because they knew they saved the Magic, and they probably knew that Stay was going to be on that Magic because Stay's a really good Magic player. But that Namor's a pretty solid counter. Same with Bucky, you know, with that backline support. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Stay is going to have to answer with that backline defense.
Absolutely, and the poke is really strong on this map too. This map has a bunch of real long sight lines, especially this first point. Perfect for that Hela, and for the Bucky and Namor, honestly. This will be a battle of the poke in my opinion, more than dive.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, we are going to see Skeletal on this double dinosaur. As we mentioned earlier, I'm not a fan of this dino pick. Especially look into this comp Panda's running. What can the dino really do? Really do to pressure him out. He's already so low, and all of his cooldowns are out. He barely gets out of his life, and there's a pick already. Ships is going to take out Skeleton. Popeyes goes way too aggressive, is going to go down as well. Skeleton is going to get res thanks to the thanks to the res of Adrian, but to stay, it's going to get a pick as well. Onyx Ariel's going to fall. He's on the back line right now. Potentially going to be looking for another one soon. He has to wait for his team to walk back in here. But they need to wait for Popeyes on this Magneto. They're taking so much poke, and Ships is going to take out Skeleton with the Gamma Squid. That's not something you want happening in here when you're trying to wait for respawns. They're just hitting, so you need to stabilize, but you just let them take poke, and you get punished for it. But there's a pick. Skeletal finally going to see some value on this dinosaur. Going to take out Ilium with the team up. But are now to be able to try and walk up here and contest this point. Ain't just going to be holding this corner. Don't want to go super aggressive here. Just hold their space. Skeletal's going to get a grab onto Gleek, who's going to immediately diamond form, and a bubble's going to get thrown out the splash. Both ally bubbles are thrown out for both, and Gleek's going to get taken out by Stay. And it's a bit. Stay's going to lose his life, but that's a trade you take every day. It's a Vanguard for a duelist, and he's going to get revived. Onyx Ariel's going to get taken out by Skeleton, but Maddie takes out Popeyes. He's once again went a bit too overextended, maybe just a little bit on that Magneto. But Oblock is still holding this relatively well and a lot better. Adrian looking for this amplifier, and here it goes. And that amplifier's gonna get melted immediately. That amplifier was way too far up. But Badami is gonna get taken out and Stay is gonna get taken immediately, and we're gonna be going straight into a pause as Onyx Ariel has disconnected.
That is a little rough here, but this does give us some downtime to talk about what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it definitely just seems a much better adjustment here from Oblock. From Oblock, we see how valuable the magic has been so far for Stay. Sure, he has gone down, but keep in mind, he's been trading his life for good picks here. You're trading for the Luna Snow, you trade for the Emma Frost. It's a Vanguard and a Strategist for a Duelist. You take that trade every day. Scout's going to get another pick here on the ship sub. Meteor M just only going to get some damage on the Skeleton. That's going to get healed up immediately from his backline. Eternal Bond online for Breezum. And Alien has to crack an impact on the fate of both worlds for Madami. Gleek does have this seduction, but Splash is going to take out Skeleton. Does he get revived? Yes, he does. Here comes Im's matching a Stratus assault. Eternal Bond and Fate of both worlds going from both sides. There's no meteor in from Splash to slow this down, and Popeye's not opting to use his right now, but the Sonic Seduction is going to come out. It's going to hit Skeletal. He's going to get taken out. Ilium gonna get the final hit here. Here comes the meteor in there from Popeyes. He needs to get a pick here, potentially keep this winnable, and he does. That's Ilium down again, and Gleek is gonna fall to Skeleton. Oblock has been making so good adjustments here, and Onyx Serial is gonna get taken out by Stay. Again, Stay just pressuring this backline so much on this Magic. Gonna get a chain here. Gonna take out Madami. Stay with a 3K in this fight. And Oblocker been full holding Panda, and Panda have 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock to go, and only one ultimate is close to them online. Oblock has 3, almost 4.
Yeah, it's very interesting, seeing that Stay, even though despite them having Namor and Bucky, 2, dive counters, is just shredding right through them, and we're gonna get Stay's ultimate pop to see what she's gonna do here.
Yeah, Dark Shot gonna come out from Stay. Getting people so low. Can you get a pick or stay alive? Goddess of Death gonna come out now from Skeleton. Both duels ultimate have been activated. The Eternal Bond is gonna keep them alive from Onyx Ariel. They're not gonna be able to kill through it. And Amplifier looking to become used by Adrian, but it's so far up again. It's gonna get deleted immediately and no value. Stay is going to fall. They do get a grab on the Gleek as Skeleton goes for the Rampage. Spinsa has fallen. Ilium so low on this high ground. Gonna get healed back up. They're trying to take out Emma Frost here, and they do. Gleek falls. Panda only has 3 people alive right now, and Onyx Ariel falls again. Oblock has come up with the answers to slow down Panda, and they're going to get a full hold as the Meteor N from Splash is not going to do anything. And Oblock full hold Panda on map 2.
Great flip of that momentum there. Absolutely amazing. Looking at the stats here for a second, Stay putting in some good work. Breeze with 14 assists, definitely being a bit of an unsung hero here. I think Skeletal on
The backline has
Dino.
not died for Oblock as well.
That's very true. Yes, but that's what having a Dino, a Mag, and you have 2 of the highest survivability supports in the game, along with a Hela in your backline to really kind of shut down any approach that gets too quick. I mean, this is a pretty ideal team up here. This might be the ultimate kind of jack of all trades team up here, because you've got poke and brawl, and you got shield tanks, and you got some dive. Like, you have it all. You got double poke with Luna and with Hela. You got your brawl with Dino, and I'd argue White Fox is pretty good brawl, especially with her stuns and her melee form, even with the nerfs. You got Magic, who's great brawl and dive as well. Dino is a great space taker. Mag just fits into any team comp. I mean, you got all the bases covered.
Yeah. The only thing I'm also just kind of not. I feel like they need to stay with the Rocky here. It worked so well for them. I'm not a big fan of the White Fox here, as it just reduces a lot of the resources you can give to this dinosaur to keep him alive. The only real complaint I did have with Adrian is that his amplifiers were so far up they just got melted immediately. You can't have that happen on Rocky. You need to keep put those in positions where they can keep up for as long as possible. No adjustment. Only adjustment here from Panda right now is Shipsa going over to the Phoenix. Next, as Splash gets very out of position. Actually going to get grabbed, and his personal's been used. He may get taken out here. Skeletal going to take him out. Diamond Form going to be used by Gleek as well to potentially take out this dinosaur, but there's no rocket for Panda like Oblock had. And so there's not going to be a res. And here comes him stay on the back line, and Skeleton's going to take out Madami. I mean, Ilium is so low. Can they take him out to potentially keep this moving forward to take it to a map 3? Answer right now is no, but Gleek going to get thrown into them. Gonna force the Diamond Form out. Gonna get a grab on the Popeyes, but he's gonna take it out. But Skeleton has fallen. Pulled to Ilium. Onyx Serial goes very aggressive just to try stall at this point. The ice block has been forced out, and that's probably gonna do it. Splash does return. Bubble already used, and he's gonna get taken out as well. And O-Block are going to have a massive turnaround on map 2, and we are going to a game 3. What
Second
a
time ever, by the way.
from O-Block. Going from only killing one member of Panda on map 1 to full holding them on map 2. This is the type of adjustments we wanted to see, and this is what good teams do.
Absolutely, yes. Great plays overall there, especially from Breezem. I think unsung. We got MVP, so maybe not unsung hero, but maybe a little bit understated the impact Breezem had there with the freeze, especially on the end with that Bucky dive from Elium. Hit the freeze almost instantly, was able to focus fire, just melt Elium, and get right back to healing their supports. Just great team play overall. And at least for me, this is the second time we've ever gone to a game 3. The first one was last night. So I'm very excited because, a game 3, that's where it's at.
All right. Yep. Definitely just incredible performance from them as well. And now Panda's a little bit on the back. We're going to be going to game 3 here. Looks like right now both teams are ready. It looks like both teams are ready, and we are going to be going in to game 3, which is going to be convergence, just to decide this game. Just overall, very good performance there from Panda. Dominated on map 1. O-Block dominated on map 2. Who is going to be the team? How close can we potentially see this third game, or who will dominate on this convergence map? We are going to be waiting for Panda to make their map selection.
I'm hoping for Tokyo. It
is going to be the Hall of Djala.
That's all
for
right.
this decider winner. If Swift is in the chat, or if someone knows it confirms, can we confirm that if Panda wins this game, they are almost confirmed to be moving on to the group stage, or if they would have to wait for some other things to happen. But I'm guessing it probably would be the case. But now we're going to see what Panda does. If they keep staying on this magic for O-Block, that should be a very big thing for them as well. Because Panda would have to waste our first band on it, letting O-Block get Gambit, and that's what they're going to do. The magic is going to be the first band, so you give O-Block Gambit here, which could be very big for them, as Adrian is a pretty good Gambit of his own. So we are going to be going into their first save, and it is going potentially look to be the Winter Soldier. So this lets O-Block do a couple things. They could get rid of Mantis here if they wanted to, or they could ban out the Magneto. But nope, they're gonna go for the Wolverine ban. And this save, I feel like, is going to be Gambit right off the bat, and it's looking like it. Yep, Gambit. So this is the first time O-Block is going to have the Cajun in this game. One-sided Gambit for them this time. And as we are going to be going into the next ban for Panda, and he's eyeing the Magneto, which it is going to be. Popeyes is not going to have that hero again, as, for lack of better terms, he did get the better hand on Splash on that character on map 2. And it's looking to be another Magneto ban as well from O-Block. So no Magneto in this game from the looks of it, as we are going to be seeing what Panda is going to make their third ban. It is going to be Cloak and Dagger. So no Magneto from either. Side, which definitely makes a lot of sense. Both teams have been doing a lot of work with that hero. So having that out of the getting rid of that option opens up a couple things. If a team wants to play Punisher, he's a lot more open. If you want to play Cloak and Dagger, most of the supports are open to not be having that, and they don't get a save. They do not have to honor this. Tech save they put on the Invisible Woman. For those who don't know, that is in the compared to scrims, where if you miss a save, you can just type it in and honor it. You don't have to do that in matches. If you don't get a ban or you don't get a save, the other team does not have to honor that. That is their decision entirely. And they're going to ban Winter Soldier as their last ban. As we are going to be seeing who their last save is going to be. If I take a guess, it could probably be Mantis. Mantis has not been banned from either team. And it is going to be Venom from the looks of it. So Splash, not going to be on the Magneto this time. Going to be and it's going to go over to Venom. Now from the looks of it, the signature hero that we've seen from him throughout this tournament. And the final ban for O-Block is going to be Mantis from the looks of it. Get rid of that damage boost, as Mantis damage boost with Venom is very scary. You do not want to be playing into that when the Venom on the other side is Splash. So a couple of adjustments here. as we are going to see them lock the gambit. Adrian lock the gambit. Breeze, I'm going to go back to the Invisible Woman. And we're going to see Popeyes make an adjustment of his own. Not going to try and match Splash on the Venom this time. Going to look to play the Rogue. Would stay this time on the Elsa Bloodstone. Going to have that upgraded team up with the Devil Dinosaur. Or the Trap on its own is already a very strong team up. Yep. But having the Dino, I'm not 100% sure what it does fully when upgraded, as I'm not an Elsa Bloodstone player. But nope, actually we're going to see Popeyes play Groot here.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
As for Panda, we're going to see Splash on the Venom. Glee going to stick with the Emma Frost. Spitza, they're going to stick with pretty much the exact same comp they ran on map 2. The only adjustment here is, of course, Magneto is banned, so Splash is going to play Venom and potentially look to solo dive here. Oblock making a few adjustments of their own, primarily just due to bans and their ents. So we're going to be going into map 3, game decider. We're getting into this as Panda's going to come out of spawn. Splash going all the way around. And potentially waiting for his team to start walking up before he goes in on his own. Looks like he's going to be taking an angle with Spitza on this Namor. And here we go, slamming right onto Skeleton, who's gonna use this bird to get away. And now they know he's behind him, and they see this Namor right here. They need to poke him out, pressure him out of this angle. As Splash is gonna go back in again. Gonna go for a Temper, gets very low, gonna have those shields, but Stay goes down to Gleek. That's the first pick. You don't want that happening on the defense. They need to find another pick to flip this, but it's probably not gonna happen. Skeleton's down. It's just the Vanguards, the Duelists, and the Strategist alive for Oblock. Skeleton's the one holding this point on his own. Splash is so low, but Popeyes can't finish him off. If with this Groot, and here he comes back in, pressuring out this backline as Skeletal goes down. Popeyes falls next, and this is looking to be a first point capture for Panda, but Oblock is going to be coming back into this with the portal of Stay. And they're trying to test this for a bit longer. But I don't know if they're going to wait for some more respawns, and here they come back in. Skeletal's already coming back in. There's people on the ground, but Popeyes is down immediately out of it. Skeleton's going to fall as well. Oh, you can't let and this just probably just going to be the end of this first point here. They're going to stall out for a bit longer, but both strategies are down. It's just Skeletal on the point now. Stay's going to fall, and the first point is going to get captured by Panda. They have 5 minutes to push this cart into the second checkpoint.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Caboose, Mag said he had to drop. Can you fill in?
Absolutely. Well, folks, you know, the greatest producer of all time. You know me. You love me. It's an honor to be back. I don't know what black magic I pulled off, but my microphone works again. And, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So...
Yep. Oh, that's a good pick there. Shipsick falls immediately to the Black Widow. Skeleton making that adjustment here onto the Black Widow. They're already down. Shipsick used the Horn of Proteus, and Splash is going to fall as well. Oblock are going to be able to walk into this and just hold these people, just hold them for a bit more. Popeyes still in the Rogue here, gets relatively low. Very close quarter. There's Vanguard line here for Oblock. Gonna potentially see what they can do with this fully, as there's a lot of range from Panda with that Namor, with that Winter Soldier, and that Luna Snow. Just able to pressure the Vanguards out. You're going to need a lot of help from their backline, and it's going to be questionable here. Silent Seduction is going to come in, as Splash is going to come in, and 3 ults is committed for Panda, and they're going to win this fight off of it. Both Vanguard ults and the Kraken impact Oblock. It's potentially going to have an opportunity to contest this, but they need to be quick. They have every single ultimate online here. They need someone to touch here. It's potentially going to be looking like Skeletor. He needs to go for the Rampage here to touch this, and they don't get it! That's a massive blunder. They popped 3 ults! And they lost, and they couldn't get the cap! They are going to win this fight, but at what cost? Panda already capped the point! Yes, and it's just going to hold it back longer, which is nice on paper, but they cap the point. And you've used both strategist ultimates. You can't stack them like that. Just miscommunication from the backline of Oblock, and Panda are gonna have both of theirs to keep this cart moving potentially. So are gonna be going into this. Splash gonna be going in. Oh, and Adrian gets taken out immediately with the combo. Spitzer with 2 picks as he's comboing with Splash on this dive. And they're going to be able to keep this moving now with no strategist ultimates committed. O'Block has both duelist ultimates and Heartbreaker online. And Popeyes needs to find an opening on these supports before they pop these ults if he wants to get any value out of it. And here comes the precision going to be used now by Skeleton. Gonna help take out Chipsa, but can you get more with this ultimate? But the answer right now is looking to be no, as they're just gonna kite back, not force it. And here comes the Glove Trucks for Stay. It's gonna be big. The Eternal Bond's gonna be used, but it's not gonna help. It'll even 4 down and then they take it out by that Glove Trucks. Incredible ultimate by Stay. And that's a wasted Eternal Bond from Onyx Aerial. O'Block are gonna be able to hold here.
Cuckoo crazy, pretty wicked ult there from Stay. But Elsa is in an amazing state right now. All Elsa players are fist pumping every time they get a player. She is a definite top tier right now, and getting to watch her work is always fun because at least she isn't boring.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to be seeing some adjustments here. Horn of Proteus and Fate of both worlds online for Panda. Feast of the Abyss almost online for Splash. Popeye still has his Heartbreaker, hasn't used it yet. As we do see a dive from Splash, can take out Breezer, but he is going to get traded. It's a Vanguard for a strategist, but is it going to be enough to keep him up? And the Heartbreak, Popeye's potentially going to be looking for this Heartbreaker in a little bit. Not going to opt to use it yet. He's going to take it out. He's been holding this since he switched to Rogue and hasn't used it. Being very conservative with this all, just waiting for the perfect opportunity. But I don't know if he's going to have much more of that as this card's moving closer and closer with 2.5 minutes on the clock. As both duelists of O'Block are very low, needing to get healed up. Here comes the Fate of both worlds. The Skeletal's down. The Heartbreaker comes out, but the Kraken impacts out from the Ilium. Not probably going to get anything. He's going to take out Popeyes. You can't let that happen. They're going to get a touch. If boundaries can use, but here goes the Feast and he misses splashes, but gives him anti-healing. The Horn of Proteus is also going to get used. Not going to get anything, but a Raging Royal Flush going to be used. Chips as well. The Dombi's also down as well. O'Block are going to be able to hold this potentially. And Ilium's down. They're going to be able to hold it off just by the skin of their teeth. 1.26 meters. They're short of completing the map. And O'Block are going to get a stop. And Panda need to try again after committing every single ultimate they had.
Wow, that was a big stop there by O'Block. Definitely put their foot down a little bit. Always a big pleasure to see these teams really come together in crunch time. And that was a prime example just now. Just great teamwork all around, and we got what I consider to be the final engagement of the match here.
Yeah, Precision gonna cut the AO. The aim down sight's going to come out now from Skeleton. He's probably not going to get any picks. Just going to force him back, slow him down a bit. Just a zone. Just pretty much just going to be a zoning ult here. Don't want to get caught out by that. As they are going to try and walk up here, take some more space. You do have this Glove Trucks available for Stay. And here it comes.
Another
it's
one.
Get to finish off the picks. It's another massive Glove Trucks with 3. Adrian's going to take 2 to
4,
pick.
5.
Retail the Gambit. And that is going to do it. Panda gets team wiped from 1 Glove Truck. Stay is coming up massive with these ultimates. And this is what you want to see out of your Elsa Bloodstone player. Panda are going to have to come back into this. They are going to be making an adjustment to their triple tank. Ilium going to go over to the Thing here, and Onyx Aerial still has its Eternal Bond. No ultimates online for O'Block, as Popeyes is actually now on Thor. There's going to be a portal, actually, and here's the Eternal Bond. There's an anti on the field, but Skeletal is so low, he's going to get taken out. Dude, Skeleton is also going to fall as well. They just need to try and stall this for as long as possible. Burn some more time off the clock, but they're probably going to cap this here.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I do believe Panda has security here.
Breezy waiting for a touch. Itch at the last second. Here comes Skeletal, and here comes the Skeletons trying to come back on this Punisher. Now, not getting anything. Clean with 2 with the Maelstrom, and the Feast of the Abyss and the Horn of Proteus are going to beat the party shot, as Panda is going to complete the map with 2 seconds on the clock.
Time to switch things up.
Talk about a buzzer beater. Wow. And honestly, Stay so far has been the unequivocal MVP of tonight. Just absolutely going crazy. Breezem also doing supremely well. And on this Panda team, Ilium and Gleek and Splash, we've seen some amazing plays tonight. But Stay definitely set a precedent with that last match. Those huge ults there. Just absolutely dominating the fights when she can let them rip.
Yeah, definitely. And O-Block probably should not be. I don't think they shouldn't be beating themselves out of the lane panic with the map. You held that. Keep in mind, they had almost 5 minutes to complete that third checkpoint, and you held it, and you got them all the way down to 2 seconds. That is a very good hold from O-Block there. O-Block there. Now they need to do it and potentially try and complete this with more time than Panda. We are going to see Popeyes on Thor here, which. Here, Thor at the start of the season was potentially seen as one of the best vanguards in the game with that Hela team up, but now has fallen off a bit. But it's gonna be interesting to see what he can do with this. But I'm a bit worried as once again there's just a lot of range damage from Panda with this Namor Winter Soldier, and you have Gleek who can just throw in with the Diamond Form on the Emma. And just kind of slow you down a lot more as well. Because they are going to see him just rotate to this high ground here. Splash, going to jump in, try to get a pick on the back line. Not going to be blocked off of it thanks to this bubble from Adrian, the Magneto team up, helping keep his team alive from Splash, who's going to be looking to go in again with this. Going to just pressure at the back line here. Going to get forced down, going to come back in. And so we're just going to keep on rotating. We see this angle here from Popeyes. He's going to take out Matami. I mean, look at this angle that the store is on. He just needs to stay alive here. He's so low. He's going to get some health packs and some help from his backline. But Skeletal falls. It's a trade. They need to get another pick here. And Popeyes is going so aggressive, but Stay and Skeleton are falling. That's both duelists down. Ooh. Oh, you can't have that happen after what Popeyes takes up Adami, but Panda just responds it perfectly with 3 kills of their own, and O-Block has to come back into this. No ultimates online for every team.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a pretty, I don't know if even is the right word, but that was a good contest there by O-Block. You know, I think if they had approached that just a little bit better, they would have had point. But they have plenty of time. And I think they'll get point here on this next push.
Yeah, let's see here. They don't have it. No, also Splash going in very aggressive. If they can get him here, that's big. But they lose Stay and Adrian have somehow. Oh, Splash is finally going to get taken out, but it's too late. You've lost 2 of your you've lost 2 teammates. Unless you can trade this, it could potentially be winnable, but it's not going to happen. They're just going to have to hold for a bit longer. Gleek gets solo, he gets thrown into the team. Can they get this pick? And that is a massive pick right there. Gleek falls. They need to stabilize for a bit. Skeletal's taking so much damage. He's gonna get his shield, his bubble forced out early. They need to walk up here. There's so much there's a lot of damage done, but there's not gonna happen. Skeletal falls first again. This dinosaur is just getting caught out so much. Itch, but they do trade for Ilium, but both Vanguards are down for O-Block. They can't fight this. They need to back up here. And they need to recontest. I'm just not liking this. Once again, the double dinosaur pick is just not getting a lot of value. But this Horned Proteus is going to finish off this.
Big ult there by Namor. Big Namor ult, getting 4 from O-Block.
Yeah, just incredible ultimate combo from Splash and Spitza, but once again, O-Block gonna come in with 3, almost every single ultimate on the bank. This is when they need to cap this. Panda only has the Eternal Bond and the Sonic Seduction. You have almost 6 ultimates online for O-Block. If you don't get this I'm gonna be honest, you're probably not winning this map. If here comes Splash, you're gonna do a soft dive, gonna get out, not gonna get his shields forced. Here comes Popeyes trying to get another flanking goal. Here comes the Rage Royal Flush. They need to go here. So there goes the Eternal Bond in. And let's see if they can get anything done with this Glock Trucks. Sailors out. The Rampage is down to be used by Skeletal. He's taking so much damage again. He gets taken out first again. They can't. He needs to get off of this dinosaur. It's just so much poke damage before he goes into Gi affected. The Goddess of Death is going to help take out Ilium, but Adrian falls. Onyx Ariel's going to get traded out. Stay. Going to take out. But they're not going to be able to win this fight. They popped 4 ults and they killed, so they couldn't win the fights. Portal is now going to have to be committed. You still have Glock and the God of Thunder. No ultimates online for Panda. This is when you need to go. This Portal has come out on this high ground here. They need to come up big with these ults. Popeyes and Stay need to be the heroes here. They need to touch the point as well. Skeleton now on the Wolverine, but they're slow. Here comes the God of Thunder. Need to touch point. They do. He's going to take out Splash. That is a pick he wanted. It's a Vanguard dash. It's very low, but he's going to get healed back up. Not taken out yet. Stay still holding on to the Glock Trucks, and here it comes. He's trying to throw people off the map. He's going to throw off Helium. And Gleek, the 2 of the Vanguards down. But O-Block is finally going to cap this point here. Here, from the looks of it, unless there's a portal coming through from Panda, no one has swapped to Doctor Strange, so they're just gonna accept defeat on this point, and Oblock finally caps it in overtime.
A little close for comfort there for Oblock. I'm sure they're sweating a little bit, but they did. You know, they made it work, and that's what matters. So hopefully they can keep making it work. Once again,
Yeah.
stay with an absolutely game-changing ult. Just beautiful, especially that good positioning. They're sending both Vanguards off the map in an important game-defining fight.
Splash gets taken out by going way too aggressive. This is going to be an opening for Oblock to keep this momentum going. They need to take this space here that's given to them for free. Good anti there onto Gleek. That's going to pressure her back even more. For now, Popeye's going very aggressive here with this here. Going to lose a couple of health. Going to back up to his team. Splash is back into the fight now. Going to be looking for a Feast of the Abyss here on the back line. Here it comes. He's going to get 3 with it, and a Horde of Proteus is going to combo and take out both strategists.
Vitz with a great
Now
ult there,
on the
combo
Black
4.
Widow, gonna get and spits it with a 3K.
Stay shooting into the wall there a little bit.
Yo, what's up, Caboose?
Whoever just joined, we are casting. Please leave.
Yeah, we are live here. But yeah, hello.
Alright.
All right, so we are going to be coming back into this 60 seconds. Yeah. Apologies for that. We have 60 seconds left on the clock. Roblox, no ultimates online. Kraken Impact and Eternal Bond online for Panda. So they're going to be coming into this with a Kraken Impact going in immediately. It's actually going to get cleansed immediately. Good cleanse by Adrian. Rage Royal Flush going to be used. This Alien's going to fall. Eternal Bond going to be used in response by Onyx Area, but Adrian's taking a lot of damage. But Matami and Cleaver going to fall. This Eternal Bond is so far up, it's not going to protect the people, not on the point. And this is just going to be another opportunity for Oblock. Just a major misplay by Onyx Ariel with this ultimate. And she's going to have to back up here. And Spitz is going to get taken out by Skeleton. Stay takes out Onyx Ariel. 5 ultimates online for Oblock. Everything but the Rage and Royal Flush. Oblock gonna keep this point moving. If they take Splash out here, this is gonna be a guaranteed puck here. Guaranteed cap here, and this is pretty much going to be it here for the most part. Fate of both worlds and Sonic Seduction are going to be used. They need to pop this visible boundary, and yes, they do. Skeleton not gonna get anything with this ult, but Stay gonna be holding also this Eternal Bot, all of this Splash Truck, but Glee's gonna fall. The Popeyes, the God of Thunder, gonna get another pick. Splash is gonna fall, and they're going to cap in overtime again. 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete this map and bring us to extra rounds, as they're gonna keep getting these staggers, and that's a team wipe for Panda.
Absolutely. And at this point, all that Oblock has to do is get point to the end. They don't even have to beat them time-wise at this point, because I believe they'll actually get more time if they go into overtime, because it gives you 30 seconds, right?
Each team will get an extra minute, essentially, because they're not going to... All right, so we are going to be going into this now. Skeletal has the Eye of Agamotto. Stay with another Glock, but Adrian is taken out again. He's taken out first. You can't have that happen. That's your gambit down. They're arguing potentially try and stray, but it's not. The Glock Truck's gonna commit it, but it's gonna get taken out. That was just a major misplay. You're already down your gambit. You just need to back up and stabilize and not commit an ultimate. Now your only ultimate to win this is an Eye of Agamotto into the same combo Panda has been running this entire time. The Feast of the Abyss and the Horde of Proteus. Yes, Skeletal needs to get a major Eye of Agamotto here if they want to flip this fight, and it's not going to happen. They just lose both. They just lose 3 right off the gate immediately. Wait, Skeletal now to have the portal. Skeletal does have a portal online, and it needs to come out and not get stunned. Listen, they need to get a touch here. This portal needs to be big, and here comes the Horde of Proteus. He's going to get knocked out of it. There's not going to be a portal.
That's game.
That's game. Is going to take the series 2-1.
Heartbreaker of a loss there for Oblock. Absolutely tragic. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing ults all around.
Yeah, very good performance there at the end by Panda. They did not let the momentum shift away from them. As soon as the momentum shifted, on that 3rd point, they were just able to pick up, and also just some major misplays from Oblock. Adrian going down first in that first fight after they capped first. You can't have that. You can't be playing that far up on Gambit, and you can't be and you can't be the first to go down there. That is when the momentum shift immediately away from O-Block, and they just kind of got spawn held for the rest of that. And in a massive Horn of Proteus at the end from Spitza to stun out Skeletal out of that portal to where no one could touch. We saw Popeyes almost get there, but he wasn't fast enough. And Panda is gonna go up to 3-0 in the series. So it's going up to 3-0 in the regular season, and they are going to. And I think their last opponent before the group stage is, if I can check real quickly. Excuse me. I can't. I think I may be missing something. Do they have one more game, or is that their last game? Oh, I found that they'll be playing. I think one below all. That's their last game of the last game of the group stage. All right. And are we doing a winners? Are we doing a winners interview? Caboose?
Yes, we are going to try and get a winners interview here.
All right, yep. All right, we will be taking a short break, and we will be back with the winners interview from Panda. And Panda has won the series 2-1, and they will go up to 3-0 in the group stage going into their last game. We will be back, and we will be back with the post game interview.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the post game interview. We have Splash, the captain of Panda, and Spitza as well from Panda. Congratulations and welcome to the post game interview, and congratulations on the win tonight against O-Block. And I think probably And I think as well with this win, y'all think not 100% sure y'all are locked in for the bracket stage as one of the two teams from your group.
Yeah, we should be. We're 3-0 right now.
Yep. So let's get on with it. So how did y'all? So what was y'all's game plan coming into this game against O Block, and how were y'all able to get the win tonight against them?
I
I
mean,
think. Oh, you
yeah,
want
you
to
can
go?
go, Kane. You got
Okay,
it.
okay. So I think that we were kind of aware of their like magic player, and um, we worked a lot with our backline to try to like negate the dive. And I think in the end, it kind of just boiled down to how powerful the Venom Namor like backline flanks are, to get us like the advantage on every fight. I mean, we were also having pretty good ults, and I think our engages were just like really well timed, if I'm being honest. Splash, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the ban phase went, like we knew Gambit was good, and it would enable Popeyes if he wanted to play Rogue, which I don't think we really cared too much about Rogue, but like Gambit's also just strong. And then Magic was like our other ban that we were in favor of, and then we kind of just we felt like like Stay was just kind of doing a lot on Magic second map, so we're like, well, I think we can do a better job playing against Gambit than Magic, so we banned it first, and yeah, and then me and Kane just kind of were walking down their back line on dive engages to win fights easily.
Also, I think they recognized like the Wolverine potential with the grabs in first point, and then we kind of just got a free ban, or I guess free wasted ban from them, like for the two subsequent games because of it,
Yeah,
and we're comfortable in other stuff as well. So it's like, if they're like not comfortable playing in a Wolverine, like yeah, they can ban it, but we can also pull out some other stuff to annihilate your backline. So
Yeah, but I definitely saw that with the adjustments from map two to map two into map three with those adjustments that y'all did make with the ban phase and what y'all want to play. So going forward, I think y'all's last. Correct me
PD
if I'm wrong.
Cyber's team.
Yep, TD Cyrus team. Going into that game and potentially going to the group stage? What words do you think do you have for one below? I think it's called one below all. And which teams are you hoping to potentially play going into the bracket stage?
I can answer first, Kane. I mean, for like TD Cyber's team, we watched them play against O Block, and we were actually like pretty surprised by how well they did. I hadn't seen what TD Cyber played outside of Penny, and I just wasn't really sure with how strong their team was going to be. So when they kind of just rolled O Block, I was pleasantly surprised. So we're getting ready, but like we're pretty confident against them still. I mean, even if we lose, it doesn't matter that much. But as far as like when we actually go into bracket, I think for me, the three teams that I'm like looking at to like want to beat is obviously like Aurora's team, uh, Turned It Down. I think that's Bane's team, and then like Hashling and Slashers. That's Clutching's team. I think those are like by far like the three best teams from the other groups. So those are like I think what our biggest competition is.
yeah,
Right.
I'm not super familiar with like all the other teams. Like I don't really know the standings of everyone right now who's going into bracket. But yeah, I do want to go against Aurora's team with Royal Tiger just to like kind of settle like who the best tank DPS duo is right now. Um, and anything I want to say to the One Below All team. So I actually, being from MSU, I started the MSU Marvel Rivals team, and Phantom, their DPS player, the Elsa player who played against O-Block, um, he was on my team, and I'm excited to go against him and just have some fun with it, truthfully.
Speaking of which, Elium is on the IU rivals team, which is where I come from. So it's been a pleasure to see some IU players showing up throughout the tournament here.
Oh, yeah, Ilium's been great.
William's good.
Yeah, I think he and Kane are also like what I think me and Kane are like arguably like best tank DPS duo. Obviously, there's a Royal Tiger and Aurora. They probably are better than us, but like I mean, if I'm playing against them, I'm gonna think I'm better. But I think, truthfully, like Kane and Ilium are like potentially like best DPS duo. Also, like they're really good. So I'm pretty
I feel
confident
like
in our
we just
team.
I feel like we cover each other's gaps pretty well. Like we can both. I mean, I won't play as much core, but Eliam plays a lot of core, and then obviously I can specialize with Wolf, and then I can specialize in going in the back line as well. So I don't know. I feel like our character pools are just like pretty complementary.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. I think that's all. That's the questions I had. Caboose, do you have any other questions for them?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do you have any other questions you would like to ask for Panda?
No.
Uh,
Yes, I do. I do personally. Um, stay with those Elsa alts. Some of those were insane, especially on that last game. What was the game plan for that? Because I know, especially round one of a game three, there were some like every time that alt was ripped out, it was a 4K on you guys. So was there just like nothing you can do about it? It's Elsa, you're gonna get hit kind of mindset with that? What was the game plan around that?
Well, on one of them, on third point that I remember, truthfully, our our support Onyx just kind of trolled her all in Cloak and Dagger. She kind of, I mean, we probably die there, but that was just like a miscommunication of the all. The other one, I think, really, it's just kind of like we were stacked a bit, and he timed it well, and also like the people who weren't in it. I think it was me and maybe other one person. We just can't really break it easily, especially not when like half your team is in it. So we
I
just
think
kind of
the
got
only
caught out.
I think the only time we were able to like actually stop it because like I didn't get I don't pretty sure I didn't get grabbed by any of the Elsa ults, but like every time that it would be ripped, I would be just hard focusing their Elsa, and he was just getting pocketed. Like I just like couldn't kill him through the healing, like because obviously the rest of my team was like grabbed up in it, so they couldn't help either. I was able to kill her one time and cancel it. I think it was like the very last one.
Yeah.
So I think that was like honestly like a pretty big pick, not to be too modest, but um, yeah, I think it was like definitely the ult, and then really just like hard focus her and try to like kill her because it's like me alone. Like depending on how many people are grabbed, like I'm on Namor. It's like obviously Namor doesn't do like a shit ton of single target damage, so it's like can't really just like full melt it if especially like if it's around a corner or something or she's kiting it back into her team. It's just very difficult to deal with.
Yeah. It was just good plays from Stay, to be honest. Not really too much to be upset about it.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. That will be
Appreciate
the
it.
end of tonight's.